Welcome everybody. It's, what is it? Wednesday? We are doing 4.6 PTU testing today. We expect that tomorrow 4.6 will released on the PU, and then we will have a proper run there. But up until then, we have the ability or opportunity to test a little. And we want to do one simple test. And we chose Levski again. And we will tell you as soon as we are there why. They made a change. Oh, wait, we need to record. They made a change with the 4.6 patch. And there is something that we basically like about it, but there is also risk involved, and we want to check on the risks that is there. So we are not quite ready yet, but we are online inside. So when we go here, check inventory and go to containers. Here we can see, what is this? Molina mold samples, lots of them. And here we got Dagnos root, Pitambu, sunset berries, commodities we bought. So that means while they updated 4.6 in the PU, we had to reset our respawn point as we usually do when the new release comes out. But with that new stuff, all this stuff moves along, so you do not lose anymore the commodities. When it comes to commodity trading, we would say we like that. We really like that. But we do not want to have the contract stuff laying around. See? We have a lot of them, and when we have a check on, do we have it still? Yes, we have it. Let's assume we have plenty of this trash stuff in our inventory. Then we will go to our elevator and bring the stuff up. The problem with that is, when we bring the stuff up here, let's do a test here. Or maybe we should use the other elevator. So let's say we want to get rid of these stuff here because we have no use for. We accepted a contract maybe, and then we abandoned the contract. But yeah, the boxes spawned, and now they are in our inventory. Now, the issue here in particular, we are in Levski, on Levski, no idea. And the boxes are here. And some of these boxes haven't been here before. They had been at Microtech. So let's assume we want to clear out our inventory. And the simplest and easiest way would be this one. We move the containers, the boxes, out of the inventory, bring it up the elevator, and just put it somewhere outside. Oh, come on. Fucking scrolling. Okay. And when we go into the Fright Manager and having a look, now we still have 840 SUs in our inventory. We can have in total 5,000. They increased that somewhere in, when was that? No idea, 4 point something. They increased the amount of SUs from 1,000 to 5,000. But when we have already 8,000 in our inventory, and most of them are stupid bullshit. The most of them are from contracts. These boxes are not contracts. This one is not contract. All the green boxes are not contract, but these one are. So let's say we want to have a check on how many. Friedman, yeah, this is something that works. Now we select. We have 30, let's say 35 of these containers, and that is something like 280, run it up, 300 SCUs, only these blue containers. And when we have a look on the yellow ones, Molina, yeah, they're not there. You cannot search for all of them. So now assume after a patch drop, we will have more than 5,000 of whatever boxes from our trading operation and from contracts. Yeah, usually we don't do contracts, but assume we have both. And we would exceed our capacity over 5,000. What will happen? You cannot store anything inside your primary residence inventory. Nothing. You will be blocked. We experienced that once, and that is an issue, right? And when we bring the boxes up here into the hangar, because this is the fastest way, that means, yeah, we have less SUs in the inventory, but next patch drop, all this stuff that is hanging around in our hangar will be back in the inventory. What does that mean? We need to load up this bullshit into a ship, fly out, and self-destruct would be one way. Or we don't self-destruct, just click exit to menu and come back and claim a new ship. That would be another way around. So basically, CIG forces us to thrash around in a never-seen scale just to have our home inventory working. Another thing what we can do, we have here a large hangar here at Levski. We drag some of them up, move them as well. Okay, this is something what we cannot test right now, but this would be something that we can do. Oh no, we can't. So the idea was, what happens when we put boxes down there? This is something what we already tested in another patch. When we put this stuff down there, then we can say, okay, it is for once out of sight and it's out of inventory. But the boxes are still inside our hangar. That means next patch drop, they will be back in our inventory. So we still don't have solved the issue with the capacity. So even when we thrash around in our hangar, they say it's not our problem, it's your problem. True that, but the question is, why do you make a problem? So what is, let's say, a solution? Yeah, a solution. The problem still exists, but we mix it up with something else that haven't been there. These boxes, these we see here, they don't have the contract label. That is an issue right now, because we would say if all the commodities we spend money on, that would move along with our primary residence. We would like that idea, because then sometimes we don't need to move boxes. They just come here to Levski and we can go to the commodity terminal and sell it. And that is what we are doing right now. Because we should have less boxes by now, because we sold some previous patch, if you will. Do you hear me? Yeah. Leveling. This is new. Okay, we need to go upstairs to sell some boxes. Usually in the PTU, most inventory are somewhat open, empty, out of stock, max inventory. All right, upstairs. Yeah, upstairs performance is laggy. Ooh, it was great in the hangar, but here not anymore. So you can see here, yeah, heavy laggy. We got 100 for whatever reason. We have 100 SCUs. We cannot sell organics. We also cannot Molina treatment. And here you see 224 SCUs. Yeah, we moved some boxes out. That is a huge issue. When we go to local market, we see that we could sell berries. Now we have 16.7. Sell it. 2.8. It says error. Yeah, but why? What is the error? See, that is another big problem. So they trash around in our inventory and we cannot even sell it. Huh. So we go back in our hangar and retrieve some boxes, just some of them. Now we know we cannot sell the organic, so we would need to move those. What the fuck is that chip doing in our hangar? So let's have a check from what boxes we have the least. Now this Molina stuff ain't worth nothing. Pitambu. We have some Pitambu. Yeah, drag these single boxes out of the inventory. And in theory, we should not have 100 SCUs of them. Interestingly, why didn't we see Pitambu? And you see, this testing takes a lot of time. So just retrieve the boxes means shouldn't be 46 SCU and shouldn't be 100 SCUs. Should be less. Come on. Fuck, what's going on? Perfect.
The capsule now approaching the station momentarily. Stand clear of disembarking passengers.
Okay, have a look. Yeah. Yeah, it is less, but not that much. Really interesting. So at least they are able to count. Let's see what happens. No. We still cannot sell. Yeah, major issue. Okay, anyways. So this is the first test we wanted to do. These boxes in our inventory.
Passengers. The capsule now approaching the station momentarily. Stand clear of disembarking passengers.
Okay, second test is auto-loading a ship because of contracts. First of all, we do checking the contracts. We could go to Microtech, right? Question is in what chip? So these are mining opportunities. We don't do mining. We want to find melina mold samples. Let me start by saying that you're continuing work on it. While we have been making great strides in combating ongoing health crisis, there is concern amongst our researchers that melina mold has the potential to mutate into a new fungal strain. Of course, it has to. In order to ensure that our ongoing investigation into the mold is as accurate as possible, we would like to head to the source of the growth in Levski and harvest new samples of the melina mold. Yeah, that is the point. Samples. Harvest new samples. That is the mold itself and not any containers. And when we are here, pressured ice, mineable, boras, mineable. Where are the contracts for commodities? This one. Levski cryo 70. Yeah, this is great. 70 cryopods to spaceport. What we do, or what we did previous, we deliver the ship. We will deliver the ascot, of course. Once the ship delivered, we will accept the contract, and we already know we absolutely can transport 70 cryopods in the ascot, so there is plenty of space. What kind of music is that? All of a sudden? Cryopods. Okay, accept the offer. We cannot do anything here. We could abandon. Okay. We could track, untrack. When we go into the flight manager, yeah, you see the message. Did you see the message? That is the signal that the cryopods are here. But interestingly, we don't see them. And why don't we see them? Because they are in the ascot. Interestingly, they are not. So the question is, where are they? Have we been too early? Oh, look, someone is here. Yeah. Yeah, that is interesting. Why don't we have the contracted stuff? And when we look at the inventory, 700, yeah, almost 1,000 build up with probably useless stuff. But no cryopods. What kind of contract did we do? Collect cryopods from Levski. Doesn't work. You see, I mean, that wasn't the test that we actually wanted to do, but we see this stuff is already bugged. Of course, it is PTU. And later on, you say, oh, yes, of course, it is alpha. But we can guarantee you this stuff is waste of lifetime. Do you see cryopods in here? No. We don't see cryopods in here.
Welcome to the ASUS vehicle retrievals. Your vehicle has...
Yeah, we don't see. Yeah, okay, so then...
Welcome to the ASUS vehicle retrieval system. Please visit us again.
Ship is down there. We say abandon. Yeah, they don't get it. Hall C. Yeah, we know. Yeah, Hall C usually works no matter if event or not.
Welcome to the ASUS vehicle retrieval system.
Yeah, we have a Hall C here.
Please visit us again. Goodbye.
Now have a check on. We did abandon that one. We can get one of these large scale. Hey, look at that. We can. Oh, unfortunately not. Find a new contract for the Hull C. Never had been here with the Hull C Lavsky. Would be interesting to see that. Here, 2000. That is 3000. That means 1600 remaining. 2 Port Tressler, awesome. Then we have. Yeah, the issue is when you do these Hull C contracts, you need to deliver to a space station. Otherwise it wouldn't work. There's only this one contract. It's totally fine. Alright, so get them up.
To the ASOP vehicle retrieval system.
Need too many ships. I said delivered, fuck. Why always pressing twice? It's so annoying. Then we have some mushrooms. Where are they? See, that is interesting. All these Molina stuff. Ah, look here. Molina mold. The brownish ones. Okay, Molina mold. We only need tractor beam. That is enough. Do we have something to drink? Probably not really. We take some pit and boo with us. Fruit juice. Alright, so what do we have? Hull C. We will find the cargo service eventually, and then we fly to New Babbage. No, Port Tressler first, and then New Babbage. And then we want to deliver some 5 of these. Yeah, we can deliver 2 times. This mushroom stuff. So we don't have gravity compensation on. As you can see, ships is pulling down. We need to actively counter thrust. All right, so let's have a check. Double request. Let's see where. Hanger request. No, we don't need a hanger request. We need to. It does something, but we don't see anything. Looks like as if it doesn't work. Do we do something wrong? We don't see a marker, nothing. Even if we would be on the wrong place right now. Yeah. Doesn't work. Could be an issue. I mean, even the other contract didn't retrieve the boxes. So what do we have here? Yeah, external elevators. Let's see if those 2,900 are here. We hope not. Because this is something what we definitely don't do. We don't load 3,000 SEUs manually onto a whole C. Oh no, too far away. Sound in space. I mean, we could manually load these boxes, but we are not here for that today. And did you see any 2,000? It's 800. No. Contracts are bugged. That is the conclusion. Yeah, well, it is PTU. Nothing to worry about. Can we go into our hangar from here? Yes, we can. Nice. Yeah, when it comes to testing, we would say that is... Oh, why do we have so much steam in our hangar?
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System. Vehicle, please visit us again.
Okay, so we got these mushrooms in our backpack. We will take one contract. We abandoned this one. We will take one contract to deliver 5 mold samples to New Babbage. Harvest, we did accept. Of course, we could do more contracts. Oh no, hackers here. We could do more contracts, but when we look at the journal, 8, we did 45% in total. We did all the collections, which kind of was the mining stuff, and we did that without any mining vehicle. And transport is the classic hauling contracts, and there are plenty of them, and we don't like them. We don't like them a lot. And we can show you probably. No, you need to be in Stanton. You need to be in Stanton to get all these hauling contracts, the proper ones. I mean, this one is one, yeah, a proper amount, 300 SCUs. But these mold samples, as you may have seen, are 8 SUs, but not proper boxes. They are just containers, and the physics is great. Let's put it that way. Yeah, and loading 70 cryopods. Come on. Is that chip physicalized? Shouldn't be. No. Yeah, so we are flying empty. To New Babbage. What's up, guys? We wanted to have a test on these auto-loading contracts in another ship. Ah, this is... Oh, come on. Why not? I was just talking about that. Maybe it's the ship. Maybe it's the ship that allows to auto-load. That could be a thing. Like the Hull C. Hull C should be... No, the contracts don't work. But we can have a test before we go there. Yeah, in the global they talk about when will be 4.6 released. Nobody knows. Pure speculation as always. But if you are playing Star Citizen, it's definitely recommended to call all ships home and hope that they don't steal some ships. Okay, so the Carrack is here. We will find one of these 300 SUs contracts. Yeah, from Lasky, the New Babbage, except this one. It's here. We track. And we wait until, yeah, top right we see contract is here. And when we go in here, we still don't see missions. That means we have the chance that these boxes are inside the Carrack. Maybe it was pure luck or even more an accident that we had another loading from a contract. See, that's what we meant with physics. Alright, big moment. Do we have boxes inside the Carrack? Probably not. Either they fixed it, it was an accident, or something else went wrong. See, it's empty. It was an accident or something. Or today it's just everything bugged. Yeah, it's empty. Should be. Now we're heading over to Microtech. There's no particular reason why we use now the Carrack to go to Microtech. We just have it up. Basically, we just don't want to refuel on the way. So either the Asgard or the Carrack. Because when we come through the wormhole from Nix to Stanton directly, from that gateway to Microtech is a fucking long jump. Yeah. The members of the climate cult would say, "What? You are flying empty in that big ship?" Yes. Yes, we do. We have gravity compensation off, so that means we need to manually counter thrust. There are rumors. There are rumors, or conspiracies, if you like conspiracies, that will be the end goal at some point of time, maybe so in 10 years or more, that they will disable all these arcade style flight behavior. So you would do good if you start practicing. And so we say, why not? Why not try that out, how it feels like. And up until now, we say flying around, even in atmosphere, it's not even a big of a deal, but landing is quite different. Gateway, Nix, Stanton 12. Ein Katzensprung. Okay, so right. Let's see if we can jump. That would be nice if that is fixed. It's kind of weird that they implemented engineering gameplay when you still need to shut down coolers to be able to quantum travel. But today it looks great. 12 gigamiles. So we have quite some viewers in here. Let us know what is your favorite chip in the verse. And with favorite ship, we mean the ship you actually are able to fly right now, not a ship that is not there yet. What was that sound? Yeah. So we have the Carrack. Collect shipments. We have the Carrack. It is a loaner from a chip. RSI Galaxy, probably. And we only have the Galaxy because we wanted to have the Carrack, but we didn't want to spend much money on an old chip. And so even when the Galaxy will come out, we probably will melt the Galaxy. But we like these, let's say, the newer models of the RSI ships, like the Perseus. I gotta admit, it is a beautiful ship. we spent some time in it because we had been subscribers, and so we had it available for 2 weeks or something. And we gotta say, it wasn't that bad. Ship performance, but maybe that is like the usual effect. Yeah, every time when CRG releases a new ship, it performs well, if not great. And after a while, they nerf it, and it comes down like a useless brick. And yeah, during our time, we had the Perseus. It was awesome. We liked it a lot. And so when the Galaxy will come out, we will have it. We will spend some time with it just to have a look at it, of course. Have some experience, do some hauling, do some, what is the refinery module. And the mad beds, yeah, we could melt the mad beds immediately because we don't see the gameplay, if you will, for a medical rescue. Because you go there, you either inject them a med pen or use these med guns and whatnot. There is no need for a bed. The bed itself is only there for reparation. So if you have like a broken leg or whatnot, then you need to, then it would be great to have a bed. But else, no, not really. And if you do this medical contract stuff, then you will get paid 50, yeah? But you go down there to a location, let's say the Onyx or whatnot, and you encounter the same risk like the other person, but the other person who went there and requested rescue got a contract of, I don't know, 6,000K, for the contract failed, and you will get 50 to go down there to the very same location just to rescue the other guy who didn't make it. Doesn't really make sense. And if you and if you also need to spend money for med gel in your med beds in your medical ship, and you transport your client or patient into your ship to give him the chance to repair himself, there is no contracts, let's say, forced payment for using the services. So you would need to rely on the player's acceptance of service and willing to pay for that service. So if we would do, I mean, we have planned to do some medical gameplay one time, but we don't do it. We don't do it with a medical ship. We do it with the Saber Peregrine, and our challenge would be nobody's faster in medical rescue than we are. Yeah, and for those who like ours, then we probably would even rate how many rescues per hour did we do, just for the sake of fun. Stanton. See, 88 gigabytes. We will be right back. We are muted. Did we? Nah. Yeah, we signed our NDA. Send it back. Now we are waiting for the Evocati invitation. And someone else is also waiting on, so it's not confirmed yet that they don't accept us. Yeah, we would like to show you our NDA, how we fill out the form. But due to privacy reasons, we cannot. All right. New beverage. Yeah. Ah, they are alphabetic. All good, all good. Anybody of you... oh shit, what's happened? Anybody of you avocado tester? Hey, what's going on? So now landing with gravity compensation off. Let's have a check on if we can manage. You see the vector indication, how fast it goes down. VTOL. In theory, if we position the ship properly, something like this. Yeah, let's have a check. Oh, too far, not that. Oh, let's say here, a little bit more to the right, and then let go. Yeah, it goes down, but slow, very slow. Too slow for... yeah. But the good thing about that is you can exit the ship already. And once you made it to the ramp, ship should be landed already.
We have gone ahead.
They say, go ahead. What does that mean? Yeah, touchdown. Why is the ramp open? Shouldn't be open, but who cares? We are here. Now, we drop the mushrooms through the storage access. Jesus. Mushrooms, 12. Let's see if that works. If it's even worth to collect all these mushrooms. They are here. Split, yeah, they can't show us the number. 5, perfect, up. And down. Hey, no, 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 no. Let me touch the joysticks. No, look at that. What's going on? No check-in. New Babbage. Spaceport. Yeah, we are here. New Babbage Spaceport. No check-in. So, deliver five Molina mold. Harvest new samples. Once you have samples collected, you will then need to deliver them to New Babbage Spaceport. We are here. Yeah, we would say miserably failed. Not due to lack of skill issue, but rather lack of working systems. Yeah, would say that is the test for today. Nothing worked. Absolutely nothing worked. Thanks for watching. See ya next time.